one person, one determined family, and one compassionate community all discovered the powerful spirit that drives the Notre Dame College Prep family.
I always wanted Ryan to be included, so when Ryan was 3 years old, we wanted him in an inclusive preschool, and we had a fight with our district because they wouldn't do it.
And so my parents had to file due process against the school, which took several years. They prevailed at every level. The school district kept appealing 120 days later, and the case finally went to the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals, where my parents prevailed and the school district stopped appealing.
In the process, we were lucky that Kevin was our lawyer, and now there's a law that kids with disabilities can be included in preschool.
But that's a rough transition into public school where you're immediately hearing, no, your 3-year-old child, solely because they have Down syndrome, doesn't belong with our kids without disabilities.
For so long in the history of special ed, students with disabilities were so far removed from the general population of a school. And a long time ago, they felt like that was what was best.
For us, it was a big deal to include him and make sure that he saw positive behaviors.
They've been through the ringer in facing discrimination and exclusion in the public school system. They moved to a different school system that's more inclusive, where Ryan was there from kindergarten through 8th grade. And I think for the most part, that went really well. Our high school that was feeding into was known for not being inclusive.
And I'd been principal for about 3 months. I was knee deep in everything, just trying to find my way through the job. And Kevin and Elaine Burke came to meet with me, and they said, we have a son, Ryan, who has Down syndrome.
They knocked on the doors of several Catholic high schools to see who would take them up on an offer like this. And Notre Dame, being the school that it is, being the unique school that it is, was willing to do it.
And we had a big fundraiser in the cafeteria, and that's how the program gets started. First student, the only student, was Ryan. He had his own teacher, and the boys at the school were really good with Ryan, really good with Ryan. They helped him in his classes, and then the next year there were 3 more boys.
These guys are like rock stars. Everybody knows who every one of these kids are, and they're loved.
The Burke Scholars Program has 10 current students, and we have 26 alumni. We were definitely the first program of its kind in Illinois, and I think that's kudos to Notre Dame, and I'm so thrilled to be a part of it.
There's a whole Burke Buddy program there, and so these boys, they sign up to be the buddies, and they meet periodically and do activities with the boys in the program.
I am the vice president of the Burke Buddy Club, and so the Burke Buddy program is a program for students with cognitive and physical disabilities, and we just provide a place for them to learn and grow and have fun.
We knew from the beginning that a program like this was going to be important from the 4 years of high school. We never really thought about too far beyond as we got started. As we moved through and Ryan graduated and others, we realized that the Notre Dame education is providing not just the 4-year experience, but a lifetime experience of inclusion. And so having someone like Ryan, who's working here a couple of days a week, to be able to see him be able to give back and serve our community just speaks to the power of inclusion.
He's in charge of the weight room. He cleans up, he picks up, he oversees it, he gets to wipe everything down. Once in a while he'll skip something and I gotta remind him, did you get the bar? Oh, okay, like that. Then he runs errands for me.
He loves it there, and the people are very nice.
As we further developed our core values and we realized Notre Dame has always been about including everyone. From the time the priests founded the school back in the 50s all the way through today, students have been coming here from every city and suburb around, every zip code around, every faith tradition, and so that really has defined and separated Notre Dame from other schools.
Kevin came to speak the last day of school to the whole community, to the Notre Dame community. And he said, we're gonna give this a shot. He said, the only thing I ask you, for all the kids, all the administrators, is just to say hi to Ryan. That's all he needs. Just acknowledge him. If you see him in the hall, say, hey, how you doing? If you want to sit with them or invite them to sit with you. But don't ignore him, because he's just like the rest of us.
Notre Dame has had a huge impact on Ryan. I think he really sees himself as a Don.